Brice's Beats Music Info YouTube channel today. Today we'll be talking about the great guitar player on Brice's Beats, Les Paul, the next great guitar hero and the inventor of electric guitar playing. Here we go. Hello, today on Brice's Beats Music Info YouTube channel today we'll be talking about the great Mr. Les Paul. He was born on June the 9th, 1950. He is one of the pioneers of the solid body electric guitar and his prototype called the Log served as an inspiration for his Gibson Les Paul. He taught himself how to play guitar while mainly known for jazz and popular music, and he did have an early career in the country music as well. In the 1950s, he and his wife, singer and guitarist Mary Ford, made numerous recordings and selling millions of copies. They were really good. Check them out. His early experiments with overdubbing, also known as sound on sound, delay effects, phasing, and multi-tracking recording, his licks, frills, chord sequences has also inspired many guitarists of the present day. Yeah, that's true. He also has a permanent exhibit in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Les Paul is the only inductee in both Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and the Nation Inventors Hall of Fame. He is one of my favorite guitar players of all time. Les Paul is it. He is the next best thing to Chet Atkins and Tommy Emmanuel. He is just so good. And Les Paul joined Eddie Van Halen on stage together. That was an iconic thing that happened in the 80s. Paul played on Bing Crosby's backup band for a number of years, also recording several songs, mostly notable for It's Been a Long, Long Time. I did not know that. Sadly, Les Paul died on August 12th, 2009 at the age of 94, so he's been gone since the 2000s. His music career and his music invention of the electric guitar and his iconic electric guitar playing is phenomenal. We lost him, and sadly that he's not alive anymore, but his iconic music legacy and his music career lives on throughout his recordings, his CDs, his vinyl records, and his legacy. And you can still go on music platforms or go on YouTube and look up Les Paul and Mary Ford. Let me just tell you about Les Paul and Mary Ford for a minute. Les Paul and Mary Ford are iconic. They were husband and wife. All of their albums they do are iconic. Les Paul does sing some in his songs, but mostly he does instrument. He's done mostly known for instrumentalists most. But Mary Ford could play guitar too, man. She could play and she could sing too. She would always sing, and Les Paul would be the lead guitar on their iconic records in the 1950s. And another thing about Les Paul is he is phenomenal. Great big music sound. He's not just an iconic guitar player. He's an iconic inventor of the electric guitar, in my opinion. And the other amazing thing about Les Paul is Les Paul has had an influential thing on so many great guitarists throughout the music decades, throughout the years and years and years, you know. And another thing, Les Paul, to me, is iconic. He is iconic in many ways. He is just iconic. You can't tell me you do not like Les Paul for what he is. He really is such an iconic person in many, many ways. Another thing about Les Paul is, like I mentioned to you in these past Brice's Beats videos, that you could take Les Paul when he was just on his own, when it was him and Les Paul trio, or take Les Paul and Mary Ford songs, or just take Les Paul's music, and you could break them down inch by inch, and probably break them down and do what makes this song awesome or something. Or you could break it down and just do your own music theory lesson on it, which I've said that I mentioned music theory in every Brice's Beats at the end, but you could take every song you could hear and break it down into music theory. It's that good, and Les Paul is the guy to do it. He is so good. I like him for what he does. So this ends the free weekend discussion of iconic guitar players, because we've done Chet Atkins, Tommy Emmanuel, and today will be the final discussion of the free weekend of guitarists. I ended it with Les Paul, which I think Les Paul was a great grand finale discussion of the free weekend discussion about iconic guitar players on Brice's Beats discussion. Thank you for tuning in for Brice's Beats Les Paul edition. I've enjoyed it, and this is my first time using my tripod. I've really enjoyed using my tripod. It's really neat, really cool, and I think it's probably going to make Brice's Beats videos even better, in my opinion. They're so good. I like the tripod really good. It's really good, in my opinion. So what are we going to come out next weekend on Brice's Beats Music Info YouTube channel? Well, we are going to be talking about, since the 3-weekend iconic guitarist discussion is over on Brice's Beats for now, next weekend we're going to be talking about Van Halen. Well, not going to be about Van Halen. It's going to be, this is versus video. This is called Van Halen versus Van Hagar. Which one was better? Brice's Beats. So next weekend, don't forget to tune in for Van Halen versus Van Hagar. Who did it? Who was it better, or who did it better, really? And really, honestly, Van Halen is special. Have a special place in my heart with Van Halen, and I also have a special place when Sammy Hagar took over. So next weekend we're gonna be talking about Van Halen, or Van Halen versus Van Hagar next weekend on Brice's Beats, and well, it'd be an interesting discussion saying who was better, when Van Halen, David Lee Roth, or Van Halen when it was Van Hagar and Sammy Hagar took over in the mid '80s. Which I have to see. So next weekend, don't forget to tune in for next weekend for Brice's Beats, Van Halen versus Van Hagar next upcoming weekend. So thank y'all for tuning in. It's been a joy doing Brice's Beats for the past, since I started doing this last August. I've been doing it for like a whole year. It's been a joy to me. It's been fun. I like doing it every weekend. So thanks for tuning in for Brice's Beats Les Paul edition. You'll like this video. And don't forget, after you watch my video on YouTube, check out Les Paul and his music. He has iconic music and a phenomenal guitar player. Amazing. Just amazing, really. So thanks for y'all from the bottom of my heart for tuning in every weekend to Brice's Beats Music Info YouTube channel. Thank y'all from the bottom of my heart. Hope y'all have had a blessed weekend. I hope y'all have a blessed weekend. I'll be going over my neighbor Kevin later on this evening. That's going to be fun. So I'll see y'all next weekend on Brice's Beats. Next weekend on Brice's Beats will be Van Halen versus Van Hagar. Folks, don't forget to tune into that. Thank you for tuning in to Les Paul edition today. It's been a joy talking about the great architect and inventor of electric guitar playing, and just a phenomenal guitar player himself, Mr. Les Paul. I'll see y'all guys next weekend for Van Halen versus Van Hagar for Brice's Beats. Hope y'all have a blessed weekend. I'll see y'all next weekend. Bye.